Hello. So today I want to talk to you guys about a big game, and that is Cretaceous Rails. Spielcraft Games was nice enough to send me this, and I have to say I have been having so much fun with this game. You are leading tourists through the jungle to see dinosaurs. You are creating a resort. You are doing so many things. This is definitely a medium plus game, and I love it. So let me tell you about it. So in this game, so many different things are going on. First and foremost, you have the jungle. So the jungle will start like this in a 2 or 4 player game. Also, it does play solo fabulously. The solo is a little bit to run, but you feel like you're playing a multiplayer game. You have a different starting board if you're playing a 3-player game. It's in the box. Then, depending on how many players you have these double-sided jungle tiles. They will all have a hut on them and a volcano somewhere, and you will add them to your board. So as you can see, this is the 2-player setup. If we're playing 3 or 4, this gets big. And yes, there will be a few holes in the board. Totally fine. So with this jungle board, what is happening is on each spot, there is a color of dinosaur listed, and the dinosaurs come in 4 colors. So you will be putting the dinosaurs out on their respective spots. So the setup does take a minute for this game for sure. So you get everything kind of set up on the spots. It's going to be looking like this. And then a majority of the spots also have this tree icon on it. And what that means is it is essentially unexplored jungle. And until you clear that jungle away, tourists can't see the dinosaurs and you cannot capture the dinosaurs. Why do we want to do that? Well, tourists need to be able to see the dinosaurs in order to make them more valuable. They are going to increase the star rating for your resort. Tourists come in 4 colors, and will randomly 4 of them will be placed on each of the huts throughout the jungle, as well as every player's home space. So if this were a 2-player game, then each player would get 4 tourists on their home space, and only they can access the tourists on the home space. The tourists out in the jungle are first come, first serve. So this is how we're starting. Now, how are we going to explore the jungle? Well, of course, we're going to do that with our trains because this is called Cretaceous Rails. So to start, you're getting to put out 2 trains. And throughout the game, you can continue to add to your train network. It must be one continuous network. But as you can see over time, I'm going to be able to build out further and further into the jungle, potentially allowing tourists to see more things, or for me to capture dinosaurs to bring back to my resort. So you can already see there's a lot going on. And when I start out, my train is only going to have room for 2 train cars on it, meaning I can only hold 2 items in my train at any given time. Whether that is cleared jungle, whether that is a tourist, or whether that is a captured dinosaur, I can only hold 2, and I have to spend an action to unload my train in the beginning. But there are ways I can grow my train, and there are also ways that I can unload my train for free. So this is the jungle board that's happening. The rest of the game is happening on your personal board and on this shared board. So you will have 16 tiles that you lay out at the beginning of the game. The game is played over 4 rounds. So these tiles are laid out for round 1. They are then shuffled up and relayed out for rounds 2, 3, and 4. So this will be different every time you play. And the reason this matters is you have 4 markers that you are going to place each round. So you get 4 turns per round. But you don't just place them on a tile. No. You actually place them on a line between 2 tiles, either vertically or horizontally. And you then get to take both of the actions listed in either order. So this can become really important because maybe I really need to clear some jungle before I take my tourists out. So I clear the jungle and then I take my tourists out. And when I take tourists out, I have my own personal player board. Of course, I'm the green player. And on here, to start, there are some stars that tell me what each color of dinosaur is worth. So right now, my purple dinosaurs are going to be worth the most. So I'm going to probably want to try and capture purple dinosaurs to place in my resort. And I also may want to increase the ratings of other dinosaurs because this is the main way I'm scoring points at the end of the game. So this resort you speak of, what is that? Well, that is another one of the actions that I showed you over here, and there will be resort cards laid out here that you may take into your hand, and then as you build them, they will give you different abilities. So I can take these cards into my hand, and then there's also a build action. So for example, if I build this, I just need to put some cleared jungle on it. And that means that I immediately get another train card, which is great because I can now hold more things. Some of them will have a cost associated with them as well. Some of them will give you a benefit, like for example, this one, when I clear jungle, if I have built this card in my resort, if it's on level 1, I actually get to clear 2 jungle spaces. Or if it's on level 2, I can clear additional ones, and so on and so forth, assuming I have the room in my train cars to do that. So you can see how everything is so connected. And so you're having to make these decisions and figure out, what do I need to do first? What do I need to do second? So your resort has 3 levels, and you have to build on level 1 first, because obviously you can't build up if there's nothing below it. And then at the end of the game, all of the dinosaurs that you have been able to capture and place in your resort on these building tiles are going to be worth the full amount of points that they show here. Any that you captured and offloaded off your train into here but didn't make it to your resort are going to be worth half of their value. And then each one of these cards is also going to give you some points either for the rail system that you built, for the tourists that you took on safari, for the volcanoes and the huts that your rail car goes near, and for your rail car itself. And I think those are all of the main ways that you score points. So you're having to really plan ahead and be like, okay, I know at the end of the game, this is the way I score points. But there's several steps I have to take to make those things happen. So it is really fun. It's really thinky. It says about 30 minutes per player, which I think is pretty fair. If you're playing solo, you have a whole solo decision-making deck that will show you exactly where the solo's player pieces are going to go, and the solo player is going to take actions pretty similarly to you and score points. So it is not a beat your own score. You are actually playing against another player. They will build out onto the jungle, all of those things. So it is a little bit to manage at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's really smooth. This game is amazing. It is so fun balancing everything. The theme is really fun. The artwork is great. I am absolutely loving this game. So I would love to know, have you played it? What do you think of it? Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.